Welcome to Killer Cuisine, where we cover your favorite killers and their last meals. I'm Alex Franco, and today we're covering James Edward Smith, known not for his kills, but rather his unusual last meal. So what led to this killer's demise? Let's find out. James Edward Smith was born on October 19th of 1952 in Jefferson County, Kentucky. Not much is known about his early life, however, we do know that he was a tarot card reader, a taxi driver, and a voodoo priest. So he can tell you your future, he can drive you there, but you may not like where you're going. While practicing voodoo, witchcraft, and black magic, Smith claimed to have performed ritualistic killings. He even claimed to have sacrificed an infant. He allegedly beheaded the 1-year-old and threw the corpse off a bridge, which is the most black magic-y way to get ahead. On March 7th, 1983, Smith entered a life insurance company office, armed and masked. He approached one of the agents behind the window, Deborah Renee Wilson. With his gun cocked, he demanded that she give him all the money she was counting. She ran behind a cabinet out of fear, so one Larry Don Rojas took her place and handed Smith the money. This would be a very brave but fatal decision. Once Larry had given Smith the money, he turned around to walk towards Deborah. Larry was ordered to walk back to the window by Smith. He feared what was to come and pleaded for his life, but Smith shot him in the chest. Smith then fled the scene, but was tackled by an office worker, a work crew, a businessman, but not a lawyer. After his capture, Smith would be convicted of capital murder and sentenced to death by lethal injection. However, his mother's attorney asked the Supreme Court to spare his life. The court agreed to hear his appeal. Thanks, Mom! Smith would again be scheduled for execution only 2 years later. He preferred to be executed and believed that being reincarnated would be better than a life in prison, that he considered both cruel and unusual. He was executed on June 26 of 1990 at the ripe old age of 37. His last words were,
"I myself did not kill anyone, but I will go to my death without begging for my life. I will not humiliate myself. I will let no man break me."
He smiled, he winked, and said,
Hare Krishna.
So up to this point, Smith has 1 confirmed kill, 0 suspected kills, and has claimed to have killed 6 people. So what was James Edward Smith's last meal? He requested Rayakunda dirt in order to perform a voodoo ritual. He believed by eating it that it would allow his spirit to move on and not become a ghost. The request was obviously denied by the prison, and they offered him something off the menu. He then settled for plain yogurt. Plain yogurt is, well, rather plain. So instead, we're going to make a delightful parfait. In addition to that, we're also going to make a sinfully delicious chocolate pudding trifle. Our take on Rayakunda dirt. Now you know the killer. Let's get to the cuisine.
Whoops. Did I do that? Special thanks to our fan who made us this cute little voodoo doll. So here, before you, we have strawberries, we have granola, blueberries, blueberry jam for sweetener, honey, which is entirely optional, and yogurt. So we'll begin by grabbing this cup, or any dish for that matter. We'll grab this repositioned blueberry jam. We'll go ahead and pour that in. Remember, we're using this as sweetener. We also want to make this pretty, so we'll spread it around. Next, we'll grab our yogurt. Remember, this is plain yogurt. Give it a nice little swirl to make sure that's not left all watery. Then we'll begin to layer it. Next, we're adding in our strawberries, but remember, this is a parfait, and really you're looking for the layered effect. Oops, dropped a little strawberry there. What we're looking for is really up to your taste. Add in the quantity that you desire, and begin to layer it. We only have a few layers here, but you can add in as many layers as you would like. We're going to top it off with some granola. We want that nice crunchy texture. Add a little garnish for presentation, and finally we're adding in our honey. Look at that. Yummy. And there you have it. our yogurt parfait. Oh, hi there. Next, we'll work on our trifle. First, we have our pudding mix. Next, 2 cups of milk, crushed up cookie, and Cool Whip. So we'll begin by adding in our chocolate pudding. We pre-cut ours for convenience. We had a little bit of a mess. Next, we'll add in our milk. I like to whisk it in as we pour it in. Well, that was quick. Next, we'll refrigerate it for about 5 to 10 minutes or until it sets. Now that it's done, we'll begin layering it. Like the parfait, we can begin layering it any way we please. Here we'll add in our pudding. We'll alternate our ingredients, creating layers. We're going to spread it all around, just to make sure it's nice and pretty. We'll do the same thing with the Cool Whip. You're going to want to make sure it's soft so it spreads well. I left mine in the fridge for a few hours to make sure it's malleable. More pudding, more Cool Whip. Then finally, we're going to add in our crushed cookie up top with 2 cookies as garnish. Sinfully delicious. And there you have it, our Kunda chocolate parfait. Thank you for joining us today. Make sure to like and subscribe to be notified of future videos. Until then, this has been Killer Cuisine.